Latest on the coronavirus emergency and the battle over vaccine mandates. A federal appeals court allowing a mandate for New York City public school employees to go into effect. And Janae Norman is at Lenox Hill Hospital here in the city with the fears over staffing shortages as a statewide mandate takes effect for healthcare workers. Good morning, Janae.
Robin, good morning to you. Health officials here in New York have contingency plans in place, from cutting back on non-critical services to even bringing in the National Guard in the event of those staffing shortages that you mentioned. This, as New York City officials say, as of next Monday, 100% of all educators and staff in school buildings will be vaccinated. Overnight in New York City, a panel of judges clearing the way for the city's vaccine mandate for public school employees. The city's mayor giving employees until the end of Friday to get at least one dose.
If you have not gotten that first dose by Friday, 5 o'clock, we will assume you are not coming to work on Monday and you will not be paid starting Monday.
But some teachers in the state calling the mandate unfair.
We taught your children during a pandemic. We went remote. We went digital. We don't want to lose our jobs over this.
This as healthcare facilities across the state are bracing for possible staffing shortages as the state's vaccine mandate takes effect overnight.
You need to be assured that the person taking care of you is not going to give COVID to you.
With 16% of the state's healthcare workers still unvaccinated, tens of thousands stand to lose their job if they refuse to get vaccinated.
It's terrifying to me what's going to happen. The waits in ERs, the lack of care, the long waits for bells to be answered. It's terrifying.
And it's not just New York. In North Carolina, Novant Health firing nearly 200 employees for refusing to follow the company's mandatory vaccination policy there. Vaccine mandates at hospitals, universities, and public schools prompting protests around the country. This morning, at least 7 United Airlines employees filing lawsuits against the airline over its vaccine policy, saying their religious exemptions were denied. The company responding, saying, "We will continue to vigorously defend our policy. Vaccine requirements have been around for decades and have served to keep airline employees and customers safe." And researchers tracking a new highly mutated COVID variant now being called R1 and already identified more than 50 cases in California. President Biden Monday joining the thousands of newly eligible Americans getting their third Pfizer shot since the CDC approved boosters for certain vulnerable groups.
But let me be clear, boosters are important, but the most important thing we need to do is get more people vaccinated.
Though infection and hospitalization rates are trending downward, the U.S. has marked its 5th consecutive week of more than 200,000 pediatric COVID cases. But there is some good news. Pfizer announcing this morning it has submitted its trial data for kids ages 5 to 11 to the FDA. Authorization from the FDA for those shots could come by the end of next month. Michael.
All right, Janae, thank you so much for that.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.